Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
We in the studio. We in the studio.
Like always, that's what we do, man.
Yeah.
Like
Eric, do you see anything different?
I mean, I saw it last time, man. I mean, it every time you wear this shirt, man, your level of greatness has gone up, man, multiplied, bro.
Let's get right into it, Eric.
Sure,
SRK, David Letterman, part 3.
Mark, I'm liking SRK so much, bro. I don't know about you. We all gotta self-reflect and see if we have a SRK in us. You see what I'm trying to say? So whenever I'm self-reflecting on decision making, on the things that I do, I say, what would the SRK do? Those are the type of videos I like more. You see what I'm saying?
Explain to me what I've witnessed and participated in outside of your house today.
This being Eid, this is an Islamic period of 30 days of Ramadan, which ends with Eid. For Muslims, Eid is like Christmas. So all the Muslims come on the roads and actually start celebrating in the night only. My little one, Abram, he comes and wake me up, and his line is always, "Peoples are waiting," because he can hear them in his room.
So guys, SRK is Muslim.
It means
Let us know.
something more than you just going out and saying hello to people who go to see your movies. It means that you have transcended movie star status to something else.
Wow.
And I don't know if it's because you're so darn cute. I don't know if it's because of the culture.
He connects with people and they love him. When he waves to them, probably they can see a deep connect with him.
I see why.
And the love they have for him. I think that's what it is.
I wouldn't have this life if I didn't have so many people loving me like this, day in and day out. And in spite or despite of my movies being good or bad, I just see the only way I can be good to them is, kind of just hoping to meet everyone by the end of my life.
You're comfortable with this? Wow. You understand it?
I'm comfortable as long as I don't have to go out there to stand by his
Oh,
side.
she doesn't want to go out there.
No, I've never. I've never imposed what I do.
Yeah.
I think it's so completely intangible, this kind of startup. So for me, I'm alien. I always tell everyone, I'm an employee of the myth of Shah Rukh Khan. So I work for that myth. It's a myth, For me also, it's mythological. That, God, why are these people standing here while I'm waving out?
The guys are God,
It's awkward for me to blow flying kisses. I'm a very shy person. I'm genuinely a very shy person. It's awkward. Actually, so is God. We are very shy, quiet kind of people. So do this and,
You know what I realized? Pause one
you
second.
know.
And I'm qualified to speak on this because one of my passions besides cars and women was acting, right? The art of acting.
Right.
So I've realized the best actors in the world in real life, they're actually very shy.
Right.
Robert De Niro, very shy. Like, that's why he doesn't do interviews. Johnny Depp. You ever seen Johnny Depp talk? Like, he's such an introvert.
Right.
Joe Pesci. I think he's done 2 interviews in his lifetime. Because he doesn't like to be in the...
Tommy C in there, bro.
Tom Cruise is not shy.
He's shy.
No.
That's why he laughs so much when they're asking him about the clocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, what? Okay. Yeah, okay.
But most actors, I can tell you that much, the best actors in the world,
Right.
they're very shy in real life. And you wouldn't think so because you would be like, yo, to be an actor, you can't be shy. But that shows you how good they are, that they can be someone else in a movie.
Right.
That's not really them in real life. That's how good they are as an actor.
Do you think it comes with just being humble? Like when you're humble, you don't
It
like to
has
be the
nothing to
center.
do.
Yeah, because you don't like to be the center of attention. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
it could be that. It could be
You're
that.
so humble. You're like, like
It
you
could
see
be
how-
that.
Yeah. That's just what it is. Just being humble. You don't want to be the center of attention.
Because being humble comes with you
don't want the spotlight.
Shyness. Yeah. It comes with a little bit shyness also. I agree.
Right.
All right, let's continue.
And all, for me, it's like Freddie Mercury did it. No me, So for me, it's very difficult to do it. But I have to do it as the employee of this myth.
I just love the way he thinks, man.
I like when they show you India, bro. Look at this, Harry. Damn, look at them street foods, man.
Is that cotton candy?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah, because it's a fair.
Is it me or in a scene in nearly each movie that I've seen, everybody is wet.
Everybody's wet.
Basically a
That's
race
true.
of people who like to keep on bathing. Whenever given a chance. As a matter of fact, I would like a Shah to follow me.
Bro, and he's funny.
Oh,
When film started in India early in the 30s, you know, we used to be, or we are, a more conservative set of society. So rules were changed. And then, of course, when you put on rules and regulations which are kind of different, and you still want to titillate. So if some of you have seen the movies, whenever the boy and the girl went to kiss, so you would just cut to two flowers kissing. And we never got to know who was holding them below and why were these two flowers kissing. So, you know, a lot of us kids who were doing science, really thought that flowers make out like this, you know, they just come and kiss, and that's how.
So back in the day, you heard?
Puzzled.
Yeah.
I hope I have the initials right. DDJL. This,
DDLJ.
Did it?
I'm sorry. LJ.
You messed it up.
It's a romantic comedy, to be sure.
Dilwale.
Beautiful
Okay, there you
scenery,
go.
beautiful people. And so it comes out, it opens
Oh
up.
my God.
And it continues to play in theaters for 20 years.
Yes.
20 years they've been playing this movie, Eric. My
And it
God.
felt like it was just yesterday. It
You
looks
know, we
exactly
were a young
the
set
same.
of kids who started, first-time director, first-time assistant, so Aditi Chopra, the leading lady, was wonderful, Kajol. And
I heard Chopra Remark.
we just had fun, you know. We would
20 years.
Yeah, and we never thought. We finished it in, I think, 50, 60 days.
Yeah.
And we just released it, and people have just loved it for 20
Wow,
years.
Eric,
and
they
keep on
finished
watching
it in
keep on watching
60
it.
Now, would you appear in all manner of film, or do you have a limit to which you would not work?
I don't ride horses or animals because I don't know how to, and I'm scared.
I
Earlier
think
on-
I've seen you in film on
yeah.
a horse.
Yeah. That was by force, child labor, and that I didn't want to.
You wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. You know, the stunt coordinator, the action guy came and said, "Don't worry, it'll be all right. It's a very good horse." I said, "Oh, thank you." And
So
a
he
big
was
burly
like-
guy, and I said, "Yeah, it'll be all right. Don't worry. As soon as the action is over."
Yeah, the horse scene is pretty tough.
I'm sitting
That's
like a
how.
king.
What's his name, Eric? The Superman. That's how.
Henry Cavill.
No, the original Superman. That's how he got paralyzed.
Reeves.
Christopher Reeves. He fell
Right.
from a horse.
Right, right.
Oh yeah.
Then somebody says, "Action," and he didn't go. So I thought he had told me when it says action, it'll go. It's very well trained and all, and he didn't go. So I kept looking, and it looks really stupid, you know, because I'm ready with my sword.
Sure.
And, you know, it's like that, and there's nothing happening. And then he whacked it from the back. And he went, "Ee!" And I kept running, and nobody stopped me. And I just kept running till the horse
It's
stopped. And
dangerous,
that's when
man.
I realized, I said, no.
Very
I came and
dangerous.
told him that the horse didn't stop, so he told me, "I told you it'll go, I don't know when it stops."
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel bad for the horse when I'm on it.
Problem, really.
When I rode a horse a year ago, and I felt really bad for the horse.
I mean, yeah, you gotta think about that, bro.
American films mean anything to you when you were growing up? Were there two or three or actors or actresses?
Yeah, I've been curious about
Or
that.
from any part of the world that.
Yeah, Tom Cruise's competition.
Hey, Tommy C, boy.
Tommy C.
I
Come
grew
on, we
up
talked
loving
about it.
Michael J. Fox.
Oh,
Michael J.
wow.
Fox,
Yeah.
yeah.
Legend.
I think a lot of my acting and the way he
Legend.
used to use space and the ease with which he used to act in Family Ties and then, of course, Back to the Future. So I'm a big fan.
Wow.
Yeah, really look up to him for everything, apart from
Amazing.
the fact that he inspired a young boy to be an actor like him. And, you know, he was really sweet and funny, and he always looked eternally youthful.
That's
he would never
true.
grow old. He was always a young
That's
man.
very true.
And then, you know, when he was struck with Parkinson's and I read the book.
Yeah.
And
By
what
the
all
way,
happened to
prayers
him.
up, man.
Extremely
Prayers up
inspiring.
for
So yeah, and one other actor, Peter Sellers.
Michael J. Fox.
I think these two actors.
Peter
affected
Seller.
me
I've heard of him,
immensely
but
in my
never watched
childhood.
him.
How
obviously.
long do you want to be the icon, the hero of the world? How long do you want to be that? Because
That's a tough question.
I mean, it's forever, bro.
it's
Legends
really
never
kind
die.
Of everyone, but I calculated till about 106 years. No, honestly.
I like how he says it's very nice of everyone.
there
Thank you
are
so much. You
people
know, like
who would like to be you, people who think maybe they can find ways to surpass you. How do you deal with that?
I'm extremely reclusive, Dave. I normally don't indulge in this. I've become very quiet with age. Not outside, you know, when I have to be on a public platform, I'm chatting with people. I love people. But on my own,
I'm very reticent, quiet, and an artist is very insecure. You know, we are insecure. Okay, I'll say it for me. I don't know if you are.
That's another fact.
I'm insecure.
Yeah.
And I really
That
want
is
to give
very
back to people through my work so much, who've given me way beyond what I deserved in terms of my talent and skills.
You're in a film, forgive me if I don't recall the name, and the director was directing his wife with you in a scene where there perhaps was going to be intimacy. And the rumor printed in a magazine was that he said, why don't the two of you spend the night, get to know, you kids get to know.
Oh, hell
each
no.
other, and then tomorrow we'll shoot the film. And this insulting, clearly, to you and to the man's wife.
I got very disturbed with it, and I was new. So I used to react to every news item and
Okay.
you know, whatever appeared. And
I
thankfully
see
there was
what
no
that
social
was.
media then, but just the magazines and stuff. And I got very angry, and I called up the editor and I said, "You wrote this?" He said, "But no, listen, can you take it? It's just a joke."
Just a
Yeah,
joke.
it's a joke. So I said, "But I don't find it funny." So I went down to the office and misbehaved a lot. And
Let's define misbehave.
yes, see, gang.
So he threw some chairs around. That's what he did.
You took your
He
I
moved
just
some
love that
furniture.
reaction though. Like I love.
You don't mess with the C gang. So I went there and I shouted and I screamed and I threatened to hit people and I said, you know, I'm gonna take off your clothes and then make you stand naked with me, and would you find that funny? And now when I think about it, it was the wrong thing to say. But when you're angry, you don't know what you're saying. You just rattle off stuff, you know. Yeah. So then I think then I was put in jail.
Oh shit.
I think I was put in
for
jail.
a day.
Yo,
Yeah,
it's
they
funny as
arrested
hell.
me. Yeah, I was shooting a film and cops came.
Mark, pause for a second.
Yes,
There's a lot to see. There's a lot to dissect. So we gotta pause from time to time. But you know what I admire about that piece right there is the fact that he's not giving in into the industry. Now we all know about the industry of Hollywood, right? I'm not sure, and I'm not gonna say something I don't know. I'm not sure if Bollywood is the same. How there's
I
you
doubt
know,
it. I
how
doubt it
does-
because it's all cultural, Eric.
So you think
It's a different culture.
So it's different.
Yeah.
But then
again,
but there was something, right? Because he read it. He saw there was something wrong with the offer.
No. Here's
No?
what happens. No, I took it as the guy. It was not a good offer.
Right.
It was not good. Why do you want your wife
Wife, right.
to go spend time with an actor?
Right.
But as a director, I think the guy was the director. As a director point of view, I think he probably felt like if they spend more time together, they would have more. They would bond more chemistry, and then it would show in the movie. I don't think he wanted SRK to be on top of his wife, Eric.
I mean, listen,
Is that
man,
how you
bless
took
your,
it?
bless your heart, man. You have the heart of a innocent, bro. Because
I mean, Eric, nah, bro. You took it
because-
that you think the director wanted him to put his ass in the ceiling?
Now I don't know. I'm not judging. I'm just going the other extreme, right? You went the innocent route. I'm going the questioning route, right? Because look, a director has a bunch of money. Most of the time, they're rich. They could get as many females as they want. When they're in that level, wife or not, it's like they all mean the same, right? So for him, it's kind of like, hey, listen, here's my wife, blah, blah, blah. Not only is he a new actor at that point, he was a new actor, right? Was he new?
Yes, he said he was new.
So who knows, man? You know how it is with the new actors in Hollywood.
And to me, that proves it that it wasn't that. Because if he was SRK at that time,
right.
the guy would have been like, probably the guy like fantasizes of SRK being with his wife, but he was new. So there was nothing like that, bro, in my opinion.
The way I see it, and it's good because it might be either or, right? Or it might be something
Yeah, it's
completely
one of them.
different. But
Yeah.
it could have been like, you're new. This is what I'm doing, so I could take you to the top. If you
Nah,
do this,
bro, no.
If you do this, eventually you're gonna get. It's kind of like what they're talking about here in the U.S., right? They're talking about all those actors wearing dresses and blah 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 blah. Before you know it, they're at the
Nah.
very top. I don't know. I mean, I'm
don't-
just speculating, right? I don't know.
I
We're
see
just
what you're
guessing.
saying.
Yeah, we're just
But it's
guessing.
a total different it's a total different culture, Eric. This ain't Hollywood.
But in every culture, there's evil in every culture.
I mean, yeah, sure. I
Because
could get
evil
that.
is
I get
everywhere.
what you're saying.
Evil
Yeah.
is everywhere. So it doesn't mean
I get
it's
you.
not like there's evil here in the States and there's no evil in
Yes.
in Europe. You know what I'm saying? There's
No,
evil
no, no.
everywhere.
I get you. I
I don't
agree.
know. We're just
well,
yeah.
you guys let us know what your thoughts are on this subject. What about that? Let us know if you guys let us know if you think Eric is right or I'm right.
A day,
Yeah.
they arrested
For
me.
a day?
Yeah, I was shooting a film, and cops came, and they sat down very sweetly, and they said, you know, we have a few questions to ask you. And I packed up, and I said, yeah, you want to travel in my car, and we'll chat, because I always assume anyone who meets me is a fan. So they said, no, we'd like you to come in our car. I said, no, you can sit in my car. And then took me to the police station. It was a small little prison with all, human feces and it was really bad. And as soon as I saw that, I said, no, please just let me go. I'll never do this again. What happened? I said sorry to him. And then they bailed me. They gave me an evening bail, and I came back. Of course, when I walked out, I told everyone. You know, I just handled them in a second. I said, you can't keep me. I maintain that. This is the first time I'm telling a real story. Otherwise, I've always told them. You know, I went in, I told them, I said, listen, you can't keep a guy from C Gang in jail for too long.
No.
Yeah, so.
But the version that I heard or read, they said to you upon incarceration, you can make one phone
Yeah,
call.
so I did that too, yeah.
Who did
One
you
phone
call?
call.
I called the same guy who'd written the story.
Oh shit.
And I said, now I'm in jail. And I'm not, because that person had really screamed at me, that senior cop.
Because of you.
So I said, no, I'm not scared. Now you be very scared. So I went to his house at night after I was bailed, and there were a lot of cops outside who didn't know why they were standing there. They didn't know it's against me, you know. So I was going, and they said, "Kaise Shah Rukh bhai?" So I said, "Hi, how are you?" And I walked up to him, and I asked for a matchbox for a cigarette, right outside his window, so he knows that I could have been here. And I just lit my cigarette, looked at him, and went off, yeah. So I'm
Classic.
very mature like that.
Classy.
Do you
He was
grow
playing mind
beyond
games
these
with
things?
people.
This would not happen now.
I mean, it's happened rather frequently, yeah.
Oh shit. That's happened again, huh?
Your reaction would be different now.
He's legit,
Yes, it
man.
would be, yeah. Now, yeah, it should be. No, it should be. It would be.
Because you have an example for your family, of course.
I think they're okay with it. Sometimes things go wrong, and I need to really be. And I've been on medication for the last 5 years. No, I've really been calmer now. I don't get angry, and it's not a good thing to do.
Are you joking about the medication?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I am on medication.
I could tell as soon as
My boy.
Yeah, man.
I
It's funny as hell
had
too.
an altercation at a cricket stadium also, and I would have denied it, but it's on video. So it's had an altercation at a cricket stadium also, and I would have denied it, but it's on video. So it's
Cricket, you own a cricket team, is that
yeah.
correct?
Now that's just voyeuristically living my childhood, not being able to become a cricketer. So I just own
Oh,
a
shit,
team
so
and I
he
hope
plays
to win
cricket.
through them.
Right.
But,
Cricket, bro.
He
really
owns a
wanted to be
cricket
sports
team,
person,
Eric.
but then I
Look at him.
hurt my back. I wanted to
What
play.
sport did you want to play?
I played all three.
They said
What-
cricket
what
is
we
rich
played,
people
field
sport.
hockey,
Is that?
which is
It's like
not
polo,
ice
you know
hockey, it's
polo,
on
the-
ground.
Yeah.
Then I've played a bit of football or soccer.
Okay.
And then cricket, of course. Everyone in India plays cricket.
Okay.
See?
Eric, I think you're talking about polo, not cricket.
Hi,
Same
how are
thing.
you? Good morning, hello.
No. That's cricket.
Hi,
You see,
I'm
no.
Dave.
It's
Well,
not
but
a
it's
rich
the same.
sport.
Prithvi Shaw.
I'm
Nice
kidding
to meet
about the
you.
rich thing,
You
but
play cricket?
Yeah,
How long you been playing cricket?
12, 13 years.
I'm told you're pretty good, is that right?
Yeah.
What is it, like baseball?
You're
Oh,
a
it's
really
like
good
baseball.
batter? Yeah, you
No.
set a record for,
It was 546. It was a world record.
Mom.
Single inning.
this has never happened in baseball.
You see what I'm
I've seen
saying,
one
Eric?
cricket
It's like
match,
similar.
And the fielders don't wear gloves,
Yeah.
with the exception of the guy behind the...
Wicket keeper.
I don't know if I'm
He's a
wrong, but I think it's an
wicket-keeper.
English game.
It is.
Like
it is.
sports.
It is. It is. But you see, it's like
Jesus
baseball.
Wow.
See?
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me try. But I don't want him throwing that fast.
You know what I love about
But I
Dave?
think they,
Look
I
how
think they
rich-
could throw the ball on the floor
He
too.
was doing
You know what I'm
this
saying?
and
Like,
one caught him right in the nuts. Okay, I just try and hit the ball off the bounce, right?
Yeah, off the bounce, right.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Eric, look how rich
No
Dave
funny
is,
stuff.
and then look how he's dressed.
right,
He reminds me of
Yeah, I
Adam
mean-
Sandler.
Oh,
big time.
Okay, now I got it.
See, Eric. So it
Yes.
goes on the floor, and then you hit
What do
it.
you think?
I feel like
come
baseball
on.
is harder.
Did that score anything?
that's
an
out. but you have to swing
I'm
it
thinking
harder.
baseball is harder by
okay,
far.
it's my
Eric,
second
this thing is a flat. Yeah, the thing you're hitting it is flat. I'm not saying I'm gonna be good at it, but I'm saying it's flat, and they don't throw it as fast.
Oh,
Baseball, it's like
broke
80
the
miles an
thing.
hour, bro, and it's a bat.
I'll put
That's
it on.
out.
Well, it's not out. Just go back there.
That is out.
Put the stick back up.
So wait,
There is no strike
David
one.
Letterman never had training. He thinks he's beating a guy that's been
You're fine.
top
That's
for the
out.
past 20 years.
Damn.
I'm going to ask you a question, and answer it, don't answer it. I get paid either way. How does your country collectively feel with regard to the president of our country?
Who was president at that time? Wait. It was Trump. It was Trump.
Trump, I think.
Okay, there were, there were times, I don't know how, because America is a superpower. And we all...
Believe me, I know things you say cause waves of controversy.
Exactly.
So if you want to lay out, that's fine.
You know what?
Eric,
SRK,
this is 4 years ago, so I'm thinking this was
Obama?
Nah, I'm thinking it. So it was
I
Trump.
mean, no, Trump. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try and say it as politically
Okay.
correctly as possible without
right.
creating waves.
That's a tough question
So,
for us, okay?
all of us back home in India and lots of places, I'm sure, look up to America, as the superpower, one of the most developed places, a place to be. And, it's been many years since this is the superior place to be. Now, we are like, okay with you, we are like, okay, you have him as the president. And
Also, I'm thinking they don't really care for him.
Bro, that is
What up?
great.
so,
That-
yeah, maybe you guys deserve it. So,
Oh shit.
Oh, buddy. Whoa.
So they
We
don't.
do.
So they don't like.
I
They didn't
was
like Trump.
taken by the optimism of the country. And the fact that the population, as I think the biggest in the world now, is quite young. And that population is looked at as a true asset
Yes.
for that country.
the youngest country in the world now, I think 65% of Indians, if I'm
Wow.
not mistaken,
That's
are
amazing.
under the age of 35 or 35
Wow.
and nearing
That's
there.
amazing.
So that's a huge amount of man and woman power. Extremely educated. The most English-speaking nation.
Yep.
I don't say that is the main thing, but it allows you to completely go global. And another 5-6 years, maybe you'll have an Indian president of America. So that's how
What? And let me tell you, we got Vivek right now trying to be running for. Eric, what the hell? What's happening? I heard something fall.
But can we fairly say SRK for president?
And by the way, I would vote for him. I'm kidding. You would have to know his policies. Let's not just vote for somebody because we like him. Listen,
Mark, with that kind of heart, bro, and that kind of
Eric,
humility, come on.
it's funny he says that when we have Indian American running for president right now.
Who?
I think at no Republican side. His name is Vivek Ramaswamy.
Okay.
It's too bad that we might have to wait 5 or 6 years.
So I'm thinking
I
Letterman
wanted to
didn't
talk
like him.
about philanthropic efforts because an impression of your home country is that while it's certainly capable in terms of resources, it needs help, as does every society in the world. What do you do to help the rest of the world?
My life has been completely controlled by women, whether it was my mom, then my sister, my wife, now my daughter, and the actresses I worked with. So whatever I know because of the dignity of women that have surrounded me and taught me. And I want to do something for women. So we have a small organization where we try to rehabilitate, physically look after, and then hopefully work towards the laws and rules that govern this whole system of acid attack victim women. So we do that.
That's a nice thing to do.
Beautiful.
That's a nice thing to do.
Beautiful.
So I have a
Love
team
it.
of people. The idea is to collaborate with every and anyone who's doing anything related to acid attack victims all over the country first. So, you know, it's like a network thing. And we work with everyone. We try to fulfill whatever skin grafting is required, surgeries are required. If jobs
Acid
are there,
attack,
then I
that's
think
what
the
he
law
says.
has to become
Acid?
stricter. So we will appeal
Acid.
to the
Okay.
authorities now.
No,
make a
acid.
presentation, and lots
Because
of
I
people
heard-
and lots of organizations are already doing it.
Because he said something about
I
skin
hope it
graft.
does that.
Bro, I love
Acid
this.
attack. I think that's what. I like when they show the place, you see?
A lot of times you ask yourself, how does one have enough time to do all of these things?
saw
But I think when you have
explain
money,
to
you could
some-
buy
a
time.
group of people that you
Maybe.
couldn't dance, that you had tried, that you had worked with a choreographer, and yet you just couldn't. It was something you couldn't do, and so you kind of they cut to you and you're doing this, and I thought, is that it? Pretty much. And then. And then I see the movies, and you're running around, you're flipping, you're dancing, you're hopping. I mean, like a professional dancer. So what changed between this and actually your Fred Astaire?
I still don't think I can dance, really. I'll be honest.
You do dance.
You're super shy, you see?
When my first film came out, and I think one of the critics wrote whatchamacall his hair.
What should we call his hair?
Whatchamacall his hair. I think he or she didn't know my name or didn't want to, and said whatchamacall his hair has worked his way into the hearts of Indian audience by sliding on an ice slab, down the stairs, somersaulting, cartwheeling, eyes trembling, lips trembling, visceral, maniacal energy, but still cloyishly boyish.
You memorized this.
I memorized
Yeah.
this for
That's
the show.
crazy
actually,
that
not
you
otherwise.
remember. You remember everything.
You know, because when I was coming here, his show was called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction.
That's correct.
And then they kept
Right.
asking me, how do you want Dave to introduce you?
Yeah.
I said, but why is it he's
That's
introducing me
true.
if I don't
That's
need
true.
one?
You
If
wanted
I
that
doesn't need an
introduction.
introduction.
That's right.
So I wrote this out. I said, I'll give it to you to read it out.
Thank you. But in the films where you are dancing, you look pretty good.
Okay, let me say, I'm not a trained dancer, but like all Indians, actually, love to dance.
Oh.
I'd be honest about this. Everybody from back home in the subcontinent loves to dance. We just shake and dance. And
Just happy people,
keep
man.
moving.
Just happy
We are
people.
like, you know,
But now, and far be it for me to impose, but I don't know how long we have the theater. So
He's going to ask him to
could
dance.
you just do?
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
Show us a couple of steps.
Yeah!
Okay.
My boy
Legends.
Letterman.
Bro, and Letterman's a
Man.
legend within
I
his
love
own right.
I love Letterman.
The
Yeah.
best that's ever done it.
Letterman
Yo,
can't dance for shit.
Yo, Letterman's about 7 feet tall. You see that?
Dave, no, this is not Chicago. Chicago. This is, I'm going to teach you some Indian
By the way,
steps.
that's
The
all
show,
I got.
the show Chicago.
A little of this, a little of that, and then you.
Letterman, look at Letterman, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
and what Letterman is doing is huge here in the States,
Can
bro.
I teach you a few Indian
Yeah,
steps?
yeah, because you
So,
never
yeah,
know
you
when
never
this is
know.
going to come
But
in
you
handy.
think Letterman is doing gang steps?
Very easy.
Wait
Very
up,
easy.
wait up.
And it's just,
Oh shit, he's showing him the Indian
Wow,
stuff,
bro.
Eric.
Wow.
come on.
I'm not doing that. No, let's try a
See,
little
next
something
time,
else.
I'll tell you. Next time
Letterman
back
has
home
no
in India,
coordination.
Dave.
Dance.
Dave.
Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Dance.
Yeah.
Now the last one. Here.
Letterman is funny, bro. That's it. Ah, he has to do
Nah,
something.
but okay.
By the way, bro, Airsock
Man,
is still
if I-
looking good, bro.
Eric, if I go to India, I'm
You
not
see
coming
every
back. I'm
movie
telling
he
you
makes.
right
I don't
now.
think so. I don't think we're
Absolutely.
coming back.
I love to do that.
Yeah.
I love
Wow.
watching his films. I like to see what work he does.
And if you see something that's really good, how do you get him to believe?
She normally doesn't
She's
like
a
most
beautiful
of the films,
lady.
so when she says good, must be good.
Not, I'm just honest. That's it.
She's very young.
That place has so much culture. It's unreal.
After each one of these sessions, I think to myself, it's a very smart, very lovely person from whom I have learned things. And you would be maybe at the top of that list.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow. For Letterman to say that?
Ladies and gentlemen, Shah
Yep.
Rukh Khan, thank you very much.
Wow. That was it? Shit. Shit. Man, let me tell you. No, wait, Eric. No.
Stop
I
talking.
thought that was. No.
The people's champ is walking out the building.
Couple things.
Right.
Number one, I've been watching David Letterman for a long time, and he's one of the most humble guys I know in the industry.
Right.
He hates compliments. He's very humble. That hug at the end was genuine. That was a genuine hug.
Right.
The other person that I saw him hug like that was Norm Macdonald, because he used to love Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald has been on his show many times. Rest in peace, Norm. But the last show, especially when Norm was on his last show, I think one of his last shows, he gave him a hug. It was very sincere. I could tell that hug was sincere, bro, and I like that. Number one. Number two, the interview was great. The only thing that I could have had more was some more cowbell. I'm kidding. What I could have had more.
Right.
No, I could have had more videos of India. Like either him like walking around in India, on the beach, at the restaurant. I wanted to see more of India.
Right.
But this was his interview, so it was great. I loved it.
It
It was a journey, and I loved it.
It was a perfect interview, Mark. What I think is it really gives you a perspective of who SRK is behind the camera. You know, since we started reacting on SRK, by SRK's request and by the family here, is that we saw his movies. We saw the man on camera. We never saw the man off of camera. We hear people's comments. We're reading the comments. People saying this guy's a god. This guy's this. He's an emotion. When you watch this one, it puts that right there, right in front of you on the table. It shows you how humble he is.
Yeah, my favorite part was when he was in India with his wife. Like that was my favorite part. You know, sitting with Dave on one-on-one, that was great.
Right.
But seeing him at home
Right.
was what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Because that tribute we did on SRK, that tribute hit. Like that tribute was. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch that tribute we did on SRK. That one was actually very touchy.
Yeah. Very much.
Very
much
touchy.
so.
Especially they showed you how he lost his parents, where he came from. That one was very touchy. But
I'll tell you, for
I loved
me,
it.
I think he's a great example of what a man should be like.
He is.
A true
He
man.
is.
Right? He's humble. He's a great father, a great husband, a great son to his parents before they passed. He's a great example to every man out there that he comes from nothing. From the hardest things that you could think of. He lost both his parents in his teenage years. He was able to build up to what he is today. And the humbleness, like not letting the fame. That guy is huge. I mean, him and Michael Jackson probably are the two people on earth that I've known that has this kind of fame, right?
This kind of power,
This kind of power, right? And he never let it get to his head.
to his yes.
You understand?
And,
Like he's still human.
bro,
He's still.
there are people that are not. They have like 1,000 subscribers on Instagram,
That's it.
and they think they're the shit.
Right.
Enough
it's
said.
amazing. Enough said. I love
Enough
it, man.
said.
I love this
Guys,
trilogy. This trilogy it's a trilogy, Mark.
That was a trilogy, and let me tell you guys, we're gonna do more stuff like that. So let us know if there are more videos like that. They could be long as hell, but we'll watch them over time.
We'll chop
and
them
you
up
come on the journey. Yeah, you come on that journey with us.
with us. That's it, man. It's one life. And listen, I see why this video is viral. There's 3 people on this video, actually 4 people on this video that makes it viral. You have SRK, you have David Letterman, who's a legend, and the 2 YouTube legends. The 2 YouTube legends. I don't care what people say. You see Mark's shirt? Show me other people that could wear their faces on their shirt.
Yeah.
Show me.
That's correct.
Tell me.
Thanks for watching, guys. Leave us some comments. Thumbs up the video. Share
love
with
you guys,
everybody you know.
Woo!
And we see you next time.
I'm going to naturalize myself. India, let's go for life. Love you guys.